follow is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. Nintendo, Yoshi, Pikachu, iconic characters. Is this the passing of the torch? We're about to find out. With history on the line and everything ready to be beckoned, who will rise to the occasion with that trusty steed? Let's start it off with about to be maybe 100-time winner in the regular season, Yoshi. He's been around the block. Let's not forget, so many times he's been so close to those Game 7 wins, Super League appearances, but no cigar. He had that one amazing run back in T3 in 2024 against Brad, but fell short. Can he get some redemption starting it off? Entering probably the highest prospect we got. It's no higher than your defending D2 2025 World Champion, the Pikachu. The Pikachu's like lightning. He can strike at any moment. Not only known for his fast pace, but he's known for his quick wits. Something's got to give between Yoshi and Pikachu. Hi, everybody, and welcome to a already packed, and we got a lot going on in this 5-pack edition on the opening day of Fairytale February. Let's begin with that bracket. We're going to open that up, and we talked about this. Yoshi, Pikachu, the 7-10, and we just had it confirmed Nick and J Money will be playing tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Looking forward to that one. So there you go. A little bit of a setup right there. Winner of that game, potentially, pending if there's an upset, could control the home in round 2 in the Tower 32. We also got tonight, Lara Ellison. That will be the last game confirmed. We still have no idea on what's going on with Clay and hockey. Clay's been around. Wish hockey the best. Hopefully he's doing all right, but still have no idea on that. And I look forward to seeing Lara Ellison, as I said, tonight. So what makes this matchup unique? Of course, Pikachu, as I said, coming in, is your defending D2 World Champion. And sometimes when you're the defending champion of some, you have a little bit of the old classic hangover, but this is a rookie, and they don't know what they don't know. And, of course, the old classic yellow-on-yellow battle, if you see on the preview, Rail Reverse, Yoshi's classic, and then, of course, Pikachu moving over to the yellow 7. Just fits right on the old iconic Grim card. Of course, Yoshi had those 6 wins last year. He's got that 1 career medal. He has the best of an 11th in said T5 where he lost the cap in a heartbreaker CPU going with the bold prediction, going with the rookie so far. Rookies are 0-1. We're about to see rookie number 2 on the day, on this Friday afternoon. Well, that's it for the little preview. Joining me in the booth is none other than my main man who just won, fresh off the heat, fresh off the presses, off his steed, off the horseback, and into the castle. Lamas, it's good to have you, buddy. You know, we talk about this game of two iconic characters, Yoshi and Pikachu and Nintendo, but you just had an interesting match with the light switches. Talk to me a little bit about that narrative and what Yoshi's got to do to rattle Pikachu's cage. Because remember, when you're a rookie, sometimes you get a little bit tense, but Pikachu's a little bit different. The famed D2 champ, he's got a little swagger to his step. Talk me through it.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to say that I got brought out of retirement here. Okay, it's been a while. I don't even remember the last time I did this stream, so it must have been pretty desperate to. They needed some old vets for these rookies, and so we're out of retirement. We're ready to go. Hopefully, give some good commentary to old KT here. He's been wanting it for a while.
Yeah.
And as for the question, yeah, hot off the win. It felt good. And but it's not really about me. It's about the light switching that I noticed in our game with Alan I just had, and it's definitely something you need to pay attention to these days. Because back in the day, as sure as you remember, light switching was the way. You could burn cards easily and do it all the way. But sometimes I think in these days we may be getting a tide turning, a magical wand waving. Maybe light switching is not the good thing these days, so it's definitely something to keep in mind of when you're going to these games like this.
Yeah, you gotta know when to control those switches to control the pace. And we always talk about that magical wand. We'll see which magical destination we have in this best of 7. Yoshi, I believe, normally talks, but he's got a little bit of a sore throat. Pikachu, 100% known from the past. He's always going to type his answers. But we'll start with the home team. Yoshi, so far, home team is 2-0. So we're going to make this a perfect 3-0, entering day 1. Obviously, you know Pikachu from D2. You said it in the reveal show, quote, I know what he's got. I've seen his gameplay. How do you try to still have some extra things that he may not see coming from your end? Because at the end of the day, sure, you might know him. He's also going to bring a new package that could affect the mentality. Give me your insight on Pikachu a little bit, that the people that don't know him at home, and how do you attack a guy that plays lightning quick? And of course, for Discord, you got the question. You're going to repeat it. All right, so you talked about in your reveal show how you knew Pikachu. You saw him in the course D2. You were the commission member down there. You see a lot of his games. But he's going to come in with a new package, right? He's going to be a little bit different. Don't know how he's going to adjust his scenes up here. You try to rattle his cage because he's a rookie. What are some things you got to look for in his game for many people that don't see Pikachu all the time on tail? Pikachu, for you, obviously, I asked the same question to Steven last year against Vapor. And ironically, it was before this game 1. I said, you're coming in as a defending champion of a different league, right? Now you're coming into D1. You had a little bit of an adjustment period with the Promoters Cup, of course, just to get your feet wet. You got your feet wet. What are some things you could see potentially in that first game as a breaking point to get Yoshi off the skates in a sense, right? How do you try to attack and stay nimble when Yoshi's going to go for those uppercuts, and you also got to try to go for those lower cuts to attack him on the leg section? Talk me through it. And I'm going to go to Short here. Short, this is an interesting game. I talked about passing the torch. Nintendo characters, iconic. Yoshi's been here a long time. This is now his 4th year, technically, of action. Not every tournament, but he's been here for a long time now. Never yet to make Super League. Always dang close, but just no cigar. Does that start to weigh on you, or do you think because it's a fresh canvas, everyone's fired up, it really doesn't matter at the start of the season? Talk me through it.
Well, if you're Yoshi, I don't think you can let it weigh on you. I think it definitely it definitely can, that kind of thing. Not just trying to break that glass ceiling, but I don't think that you can't let it weigh on you, because if you let it weigh on you, it's going to dominate your entire mindset going in, and you could, be flying with blinders in a game where it's going to be a nail biter if there's any justice in the world. Like the 7-10s are always close. This is going to be a close game, and obviously Yoshi's seen plenty of Pikachu from being a commission member in Division 2, and yeah, the results. I mean, he's got the silver to his name, obviously, but the results, I mean, you can't let it weigh on you, but definitely I would think it's maybe in the back of your mind a little bit, but to have the best results to get kick started here, you can't let it dominate your mindset. You just got to take it one game at a time. That classic homage of any professional sport. You got to take it one game at a time, because if you think about the long view, then you're going to get caught in the weeds and you're going to get surprised. And yeah, and that's really what Yoshi's got to be feeling here today. We'll see how it all goes.
Well, I guess I'll read both comments. I was gonna have Llamas maybe read a comment, but I'll take it here. You have to expect the unexpected, says Yoshi. You can definitely switch his style if he needs to. I'll just have to adapt as I play. For those who don't know, Pikachu, right? Expect quick, confident, precise moves. It's gonna match. His first time played Char. I'm excited to see how it goes. Llamas, you can appreciate this, man. Just play as I always done. Quick, best of my ability. Hope the cards go my way. Short, simple, sweet to the point. That's sometimes what
I'm
you gotta do.
looking forward to seeing how quick. I may have to unlock my PTSD of my first game when I was getting in the quick battles with I don't remember who it was, but yeah, it's always fun to
Well,
see these type of plays.
up the road, you got the old lightning up the road, right? Huh.
Oh God.
Sorry, I had to think of it, but anyway, I'm too good with that. Point is, should be a fun one. Scar's our referee, and you know what's about to happen. Yoshi looking for that 100 win. We'll get the ceremony if he can get that first win. All right, Yoshi, it's that time. It's put up or shut up time. You know the drill. Welcome to Fairytale February. Welcome to the night region. What's that trusty Steve for game one going to lead us to? Feel free to drop a number, 5 to 15. We're going to go with 12 pack. That's a dozen in the castle. And we started off with the fastest in the West. Is that an Omen Ghost 1? We'll find out. Llamas, so the key in this game I really want to see is how does Yoshi develop a style that may be a little slower? We saw a little bit of Luke Cap, maybe to an extreme level. But sometimes slowing it down just a little bit. If he's going to say he's really fast, slowing it down by a little micro margin could be the difference between winning and losing, especially with pace management. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious of how this pacing is going to go, because from what it's been advertised, it seems like it could go either way. And hey, me and you know that from the way beginning days of this league. So we got a new guy in here bringing it back, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. He's already going to go with the little duo card, Geo into Joao switch as Yoshi goes up to the Shaman Gate, rolling quick here. Yeah, this guy plays fast. That's pretty quick, Llama. That's off the whip right there into the Brian. Now, Yoshi, I think.
We may have to undust the old fastest game, maybe.
Oh, maybe. We'll see. You got the lightning in the background. You never know. Thunderstorms are brewing as he goes into that Brock 1 double color here. Maybe gonna try to play 2 color. We'll find out. You know, Cody, you mentioned something really interesting. The light switching narrative, right? A little dead. Well, so far, don't look dead. It looks alive. And Yoshi drawing early.
Yeah, we'll see if there's always got to be a counter game to prove the point that I may have found out. This may be the game.
Never know. Pikachu plays his own yellow 7, and it will go into monkey. Short, right now as we go back to red, it appears they're trying to keep it into a 2-color boxes. Pikachu can still run these reds.
Yeah, definitely. It's flying by a little bit. Yeah, we're already trying to keep in that 2-color box. We've already seen 3 colors early on here. We're only a minute and a half or so in here, and now he comes in with the triple with the double lead under the ghost. But yeah, it definitely seems like Yoshi's wanting to play into that pace, but will that come back to burn him as Pikachu draws?
Yeah. We talk about this all the time. With that pace, that fast, old school game, as Yoshi just plays the red 2 into red, ironically. You got those golden horseshoes in a sense. Again, Pikachu back to yellow. This is definitely turning into a light switch war, and it's a 2-color box, not opening up Pandora's. Let's see if Yoshi rips off a little bit of an ammo play to send Pikachu packing with a classic Caesar 1-2. But you can see the switching. It's absolutely front and center early on.
Yeah, nothing. It's like they read it into our plan perfectly. We bring up a new topic, and here it is, right here, being shown.
Thanks, guys.
Pikachu gonna draw.
Thanks, guys.
There you go. Well, Yoshi seems to have maybe said, you know what? Pikachu's isolated on yellow and red. Is it erase the green and blue? We don't know. Here comes a +2 and a G looking for a double, and it will be a double play into the classic Caesar jab. 1-2, as we say. What will Pikachu get off that draw? It's fast and furious, but how fast and furious will it be on a return? Let's find out. Takes his time, loads up. What has he got in that said return? He's going to go to the green. We just talked about that blue-green style. Saw the green earlier, but that was more of a fade. And there's the Pandora's, Lamas. It's open. Anything goes now. Great
I love
stop
it
there.
when we seem smart.
Yeah, dude. Hey, sometimes you got to play a game to understand the meta. This meta with this bot's crazy. How many metas have we gone through? Probably 1,000 at this rate.
I'm tired of discovering metas.
Yeah. Might as well go into the metaverse. Anyway, we'll go into Yoshi's verse here. Let's see what he's got. Let's see if he lays down a track with all this verse talk. Pikachu flips the board. Let's see what he's got in return. Loading up. What's that +2 return going to be? Good stop, though, from Pikachu, I got to say. Well, he's done a good job of just playing fast, but also countering any move. Taking his time. We saw this with Luke earlier. A little bit of that timeout, you'd per se. I guess a little timeout action. Going to green, so that's going to be banking on Pikachu's got no green. And Pikachu fade it well, Cody. That's a good fade. Wow.
Yeah, this feels like the panda gif where he's dodging and rolling all the shots coming at him because they're hitting him back and forth, great pace, and it's back and forth, man.
This is really
Good
nice.
stuff.
Back and forth, and there it is. There you go.
There you go.
Not
Back
me
and forth
spending
we
this
roll.
entire first game trying to add the 3-2-1 go from Smash Bros into my soundboard and failing.
Oh, jeez. Well, Yoshi says, that's enough of that junk. Let's play that +4
Oof.
and send Pikachu packing. But Pikachu still has the red. Can Yoshi get the check? No, he ran out. Oh, Lamas, that's back to yellow. That's big. Into the Costa. Is this Pikachu with the potential? Yep, I was going to say potential double with a Ditto. Does Yoshi have anything in yellow?
Ooh.
Goes for the KT Wild for the win.
Ooh.
One last switch.
Oh, that's
Got
it.
Nope.
That's it.
Got what he needed. He'll get the hundo. Yoshi gets a hundo, wins in his career. We'll get him into the club in the ceremony. Lamas, you were right though. Once again, 10 switches, 5 apiece. Light switching is back on, so I guess that's something to keep in mind. I'm going to go to Pikachu real quick. Threatening outs before the +4 before the what? What do you mean by outs? Yes, yeah, okay. So you're going. Okay, I got you. Getting to go out. Now the yellow green. Okay. So did that +4 hinder your progress? Throw a wrench in the plan? See what he says here. Yoshi, I guess the question for you is, what were some of the returns? And talk to me about how you adjust to the pace. Do you think ultimately the fact that the game was kept in a color box, a 2-color box, gave you a little bit of momentum towards the end to finish it off? See what Yoshi says. Lamas, the switching was good. You talked about it, and we're going back and forth. Sometimes it's just that last return, man. Talk to me about how returns are key on the spot, especially when you play ammo.
Well, they're definitely key, but not as key as they were in the old bot. We all know how that was. But yeah, no, it definitely seemed like the Yoshi was the aggressor through most of that game, and I would say that Pikachu definitely was able to respond pretty good. But you couldn't just get that last little bit there, like he said.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes that one last little bit to get over the hump. Let's see what he says here. Yeah, I think so. It seems I have more wilds, which helped. Well, that will do
Yeah,
it.
there you go. Good switches, doing what they do.
Pikachu definitely forced me to use ammo. It hindered it, but I had good switches that allowed me to get rid of all my numbers. But there weren't enough cards in Yoshi's hands. Okay. So that again, we talked about this all the time. Damned if you do, damned if you don't on the switches. But sometimes you have to really be dialed in on trying to get a more flexible game plan. But really interesting stuff there from Yoshi and Pikachu. So I'm going to read off his stats. Just going to copy and paste it, and then we'll start the next game. We're going to do a little ceremony, of course. I'm sure Yoshi will give us a nice little answer here. All right, so Yoshi, congratulations, buddy. You just joined the 100 Win Club. Cap did that earlier this morning, so 2 for 2 on that. It's kind of the whole point of these stream games, to get those people the... Thank you. the old accomplishment. I'm just going to read off some of your career stats. Cody Smart, if you're in the build, never mind. Whoever's in the building will write. Not in the building. Whoever will write this down. Got that medal. Got that finale. Got that Final Four. Got 2 Elite Eights. Sweet 16, 17, and 13. Got the 185. That will be updated once the series is over. 53.8 win percentage, and you're pretty much dang even when it comes to the average starting speed and finishing spot. 0.42 difference starting speed. 0.57 to a 0.15 in the 20s. So the usual, always going to be at the end of the season around that 16 through 25 bubble line. Yoshi, your thoughts on this league, man? Obviously, you've played so many tournaments. This is your 14th career tournament. You've been here since T3 of 2023. It's been a while, right? You've now a seasoned pro, I guess, at the game. Talk me through it. And, Lamas, you have the privilege of joining this 100-win club. It's still exclusive, but it's starting to get up there in age, man. 15 people. Starting to get up there. Thoughts on the club expanding and Yoshi getting that job?
Yeah, like you said, I think at some point it's just so easy these days to get up to 100 wins now. Back in the day, it kind of felt, we were in a big group, but now you go on a good run, you pretty much can guarantee being up there, as I believe Charles is, like you said, and just it's good. It's always nice to get hey, it never hurts to get another user group, right?
No, another role, right? Another icon. I think Yoshi will get the, well, never mind, he's a commission. You get the little 100 next to your name. It's always fun. I'm going to add him with that 100-win club for show. See what he says. So, Short, your thoughts on Yoshi getting 100 first while I add him to the win club?
Big grats to Yoshi. Getting to 100, yeah, it's really a sign of how much the league is growing, and great for him, obviously. But going off the point of how it's like starting to become a little less exclusive is like, yeah, because we have seasoned vets like Yoshi. I mean, it's just we're still in the first, we had 4 years of the league, 4th year of the league, whole different thing now. And that's also the thought I had about 100 starts. Is people are gonna get there if they stay a couple of years, especially if they have high success rate in their first couple of seasons. But still, despite that, it's still a great accomplishment. And here's to many more for Yoshi.
Yep, 100 starts is basically just giving out candy. Well, if you want to read that, I'll let you read that quote. Save my voice a little. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm eating a bag of chips.
All right, I'll take that. Save some for.
I can do it.
Man, hey, sure, do it. Yeah, enjoy it.
Yoshi says this league has really developed me into something special. Developed into something special, not me, into something special. And although I haven't reached some of my biggest goals despite being here so long, I feel that I'm slowly getting better the more I play. This division is really tough, but I've been keeping up each year, which I'm proud of. I hope to continue that streak in this year, maybe make Super League, but I got a long way to go. Shout out to all my supporters.
There it is, Yoshi in the Hundo Club. Congratulations, buddy. Welcome to the club. It's now growing, and who knows how far that will go at the end of the season. But we still got some more action to take care of. Going to be a fun one here as Yoshi gets the job done in Game 1. And for that, my friend, your call, no 12. What are we thinking for Game Dos? We're going to keep it into that 12-13. Sound familiar? Here we go. Into the old Taco 6 to start us off in Game 2. Lamas, while you munch on those chips, man. Your thoughts on just the rapid pace we're seeing. So far, the switching is one thing, but the pace is absolutely electric as we go for a switch again. Right on cue.
I was about to say that I was looking forward to seeing how long we go into yellow like the last game, but hey, they're quickly off of green and we're into a new color finally.
Going fast, man. Fast and furious is the way he rolls.
Pace is great. Gotta love. Can't go wrong with a good pace game, especially if both players can handle it. Because sometimes, you can get a little overwhelmed with paces like this, as we've seen from some people in the past.
Ditto play in the Ridley. Yeah, we talked about that in 23 when Ghost was playing, or Mr. Smith as we call him. When those guys were playing, I was like, oh boy, here we go. But this one's definitely fast, furious, and Pikachu is wasting no time on these switches again. The key, sure, I have a feeling if you're Yoshi too, you got to think split ammo has been limited. There hasn't been electric runs. It's been electric pace. So we go for, back-to-back Dittos now as we get to the DJ5. You got to wonder too, if you're going to maintain this pace and maintain this consistency, there's going to be a certain thing where hey, you're going to get more ammo. How do you be creative is the one thing we're missing from this game. We'll see when they get the creative hands. Maybe when we get down to about 8, 9 cards, if it changes the game. Is Yoshi another draw early?
Yeah, there's still a lot to be seen about this one. I'm interested to see how, if we see kind of just it doesn't just come down to the pace, and is it going to bite someone, or is it just going to be how it's going to be, because the pace can affect people different ways. And at least for Yoshi, at least for both of them, really, it worked. The pace wasn't really the reason why Pikachu lost, and I don't think it's really the reason why Yoshi won. I mean, that +4 really just set him back enough and didn't give Pikachu the answers. Even though he was able to rally right behind him at the end there, photo finish almost.
Here comes Yoshi with his own card. That's always fun. Into a double, going with the Limes. This is a throwback, man. Play it one at a time strat. I mean, we haven't seen that in a while.
And you usually don't see that till like late game. Yes, you don't really see that till late game usually.
Definitely interesting. Well, we'll see how that continues.
Could it have been a bait for a power play, although it's very early?
You had Rainbow. What is that?
Dogs.
That brings up a point of like, is the bot kind of aiding these switches? Because we've seen, I'm sure everybody's experienced it. You get a lot of the same numbers in this spot sometimes across multiple colors in your hand. So that could also aid into it as these, as it just continues.
Luck of the
bot
deal.
The bot is very crazy. We've seen games where, what the heck, 8 twos? In 10 turns? It's ridiculous sometimes.
I had 4 1s in my last game.
There you go. Okay, thanks for telling that info. So again, it's possible. Pick a color. Is that game? That's a flex right there. Wow, that's a big flex. That's a big flex. Into the line.
Wow. There you go. He got it back.
Sharpie Boy would be proud.
He did that for you. Well, Sharpie Boy flexes on the +4s though.
He flexes on the wilds too.
That's true, but he likes.
I thought that was his signature move.
No, well, him and Brock, Uno play red 2 +4 finish. Last, what the heck? I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go to Pikachu. Pikachu, you pretty much said pick a color, any color, got the win. Talk to me about the isolation with the Ditto play. Did you think the Rainbow 5s giving you that leverage ultimately won the hand? Because again, there was no +4s. It was really, other than that one you played, it was really a low ammo game for the most part, unless Yoshi maybe gave you a +2 good return. That's about all I can think of. It's pretty to the point, I would say. I don't know, Lamas. It's interesting. And Yoshi, for you, just a tough loss there, but I got a bit lucky with 9-5 switch, and switch to blue was very convenient. So there we go, Lamas. Those switches. Yoshi, do you think you could have maybe backed off on the +2, or was that the only ammo and you had to figure, you know what, go for the gas now and hope for some numbers at the back end? I thought you played that well, but ultimately it looks like Pikachu had a really good poker style hand to finish the job. That's tough to swallow. That's tough to swallow. That's a good return, Lamas, right there. Good old wild in reverse. That's nice. That's real nice.
Yep. Sometimes, like we saw that in my game too, it was pretty much got a lot. The robot is feeling a little giving in the reward department if you hit somebody with a +2.
Happy to be used on mass for the first time in months.
What's that?
Okay.
What's that, Short?
Happy to be the first. It's happy to be used in mass quantity for the first time in months since Super League.
Yeah, there you go. It's been a while. It's been a while.
We're gonna have some fun.
The Promoters Cup maybe didn't aid it, and it's feeling a little better this time.
That was the bot's appetizer. This is the main course.
I was not sure what he was going for. I'm not sure what he was going for. I thought the +2 was set him back. A little too. I think I switched a little too much. There's a switching. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. And had something cooking, but didn't. See, that's what I'm saying, Lon. It's the switching, man. We talked about this as making us look smart. Gotcha, such a bet with one turn. It's the switching, man. Sometimes you gotta just know when to pull the trigger on that corner switch, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, I'm interested to see how both players navigate this. It's now a 1-1 series, and right now this is probably going to be a game where it comes down to maybe that last switch or maybe even a power play. It's got that feel of it as we'll go into the game 3 on Pikachu's stand. Good series so far. What? That was short.
Especially like especially last year. We all know it. We all covered it a lot. That it was reverses and skips,
Right.
as the +4 starts. But reverses and
No, here we go.
skips don't really aid you too much to the other person. So like now you got to think about your switching going this way, where you go in between colors and you burn the deck. It's not just about burning your deck now; it's about burning everybody's deck you're playing.
You know, I like that GIF. That's actually perfect.
What-
The full send with the firework going off. That's
Well,
actually nice.
it makes it look like Northern Lights or something.
Well, it looks like your graphics you had. So that was
Just
perfect.
throwing paint on a wall.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Adobe.
They'll be
Because I
making it
believe
happen.
we've started with another yellow every game. Have we started with the yellow? I think.
Yes, and then we switched right off it.
So there you go. They're tired
We're
of they're
killing
tired
it.
of all the yellows from
Killing it.
game 1. Yeah, they're tired from all
Yeah.
the yellows.
Good job on this meta today. Whatever you did against Alan, the meta working perfectly. Great job. just like we drew it up, right?
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, we'll see how Yoshi responds. Right now, I think for both you and Short here, it's going to come down to switching. I think if we're going to play this game of switching is going to be the key as we go for a ditto. If switching is going to be the key, then we gotta know who makes that last fatal switches. Again, there's Yoshi. Go with the old school, one at a time plays triple. You don't see that often. He's trying to maybe bait Pikachu in a power play, but I think it's a little early for that.
Hey, sometimes sometimes your fingers are in a groove and you just want to go and you type it all up at once really quickly, and there you go. Look at that.
I've definitely been there.
Trips 9. Trips 9. Alan into Nick into Acosta, and there's
Yeah, I
Pikachu.
think the bot's feeding into this.
What the heck?
Bot is generating fun.
We're puppeteering it, I guess. I don't know. Taco draw from Yoshi, as we got a YouTube 2 right there.
Yeah. The Taco 6 after I see the Fantasy Lounge devolve into talking about tacos. Driven by Taco.
There's Bad Brad and JT going to be playing tomorrow.
Speaking of fantasy, there's Bad Brad.
Into the blue 7 to lane. Double lane. See what Yoshi will have on the back end here, Lamas. I got to say, into the J Money 8. Now I think the fact that we had that mini draw city, we're just burning calories now. We're just burning numbers. You can see it.
It's definitely interesting. It seems like Yoshi is usually the first one to get on the draws, as he's got a 9-4 lead in the self-draw category. So, yeah, here we go again, right? What can you say?
+4 from Yoshi.
There's
okay, so double.
Going aggressive.
We've all been there, right? You got to make that decision. You ran out of color, go aggressive. Let's see if it forces Pikachu.
Can't take it home with you.
That's it, right? Just like a timeout. Can't take it home with you. Let's see if Pikachu answers back with a +2 or something. Gotta go your wild, Lamas. Okay. Gotta go back to it.
May have to get some royalties on all these wild yellows.
Yeah. Ask at the end of the program for sure. Here comes Yoshi. Does he have
Leave
that
it in the suggestion box, Lamas?
That's gonna call it early.
Ooh.
Okay. So Pikachu will be down potentially, but he's gonna have that power play advantage. I think that's the reason why I did that.
Definitely smart call.
Yeah, no, that's a smart call. 100%.
Call.
You can't give him that much and not expect. Yeah. Is this a fit? No, it's just color.
Keeping it clean.
Yeah, that's the move. I wholeheartedly support that one.
Yeah, and it was a play night game. Pretty much Yoshi, other than that one draw, he pretty much had the monster hand there and got done. Pikachu, did you have anything to counter that, or do you think that was the case? He had no chance. You take the advantage in power play down the scoreboard.
I think if he hadn't power played, he probably had something.
Yeah, and that's it, Lamas. Right? We talk about now a dynamic change. I believe this is the. Gotcha. You don't want to use it. Gotcha. So you're just gonna save it. I believe this is the first time we saw the Luke and Cap game. There was, I think, Cap finished it on the sweep. Your game, you didn't use power play, so this is the first time we had one that didn't win the series. So that's something to keep in mind here. I don't know. It's something to have it. It's been a while since we've seen it this early used. Lane's one of those guys that do it early for sure, though. Go ahead,
yeah, but it'll be interesting to see. It seems like we've kind of turned maybe a tide here from the switching to back into the skips and reverse and +2 metas. So we'll have to see if that continues now, because you got to be able to adjust. You know, we've gone from switching from numbers to now it seems like the ammo's starting to flow.
Well, we'll see what Game 4 brings. Pikachu not going to go with the... If you got to go with the... Uh-oh. Llamas, you were there. You were
Oh,
just there,
boy.
buddy.
PTSD!
Let's go gambling!
Oh, boy. No send. Here we go. 5 cards. Going to risk it all. Here comes Pikachu. That's a great start.
Ooh.
That's a great start. J Caesar +2. J in the building. What will Pikachu do on this card?
Oh.
Gonna go with it.
Gotta do
going
that
aggressive.
in the low tier. Gotta take advantage of whatever
The ammo tide
inches
is
you can get.
turned. The ammo.
Is this gonna be Pikachu with the... Is this Pikachu gonna win this thing in less than a minute? Oh boy. Let's see. What did Yoshi get off that return? Nothing. Here comes Pikachu. Maybe to finish it right here.
Oh. No sub
That would have
minute.
been nuts.
No sub minute.
Are we finally going to get a proper draw city?
We'll see. We haven't really experienced crazy draw. We talked about the self draws being low, and if you're Yoshi too, do you just sit back and relax and say, you know what, draw as well, right? You never know. We'll see what he tries to do. He's going to go aggressive with the switch.
Wow. That could be dangerous.
Danger,
Gotta
danger.
Gotta have a +2 in there, surely. There's no way you make
You
that.
gotta
move
have
unless
something
you
to
don't have
counter,
something.
yeah. Yep, there it is.
Whoa, keeps it in red though.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Double Sanford from Pikachu.
Might just be running it down.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
wait a minute.
Mm.
Oh,
That's a new color. Let's see what Yoshi will have right here. Does he have a winner right here? Could you imagine that +6 return or +4 return was the winner off the initial get-go? Let's see. We've seen that before.
oh my
That's got to be it. Double Yoshi. He's going to finish it off. And that double, I think that...
Double Yoshi awesome. There you go.
Yeah, it's game.
Yep, the tide is turned.
Maybe?
Should be.
Different number?
Hold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way. Ashburn ain't failing me now. It's been doing a great job. Oh, he fixes it up on... He fletches
Oh,
on
my
Pikachu's card, man.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wow.
Oh, man. Yoshi, let me guess. That
Wow.
+4 return was all you needed to win. I don't got much there. That's all I really got.
Yeah, I'm betting that was handed to him.
I've been falling right in your lap there. I don't really got much.
Bro
really
didn't
to
even
say
know.
there.
He didn't even know. That's crazy.
Extra wild. Yeah,
set him
that
up.
will do it. That's a
Yeah.
setup right there. But you know, we talk about it, Lon. We talk about this all the time. Doesn't matter. You can have the world's greatest, but you can't fix 5 cards. At the end of the day, 5 cards is a random. Let's roll the dice, go 4-leaf clover hunting, and see what turns up. And there's a casino, and unfortunately for Pikachu, he busted out there, and he's now bankrupt on his home games.
Yeah, also, oh, go ahead.
Now he's got to try to figure out 3 games down the road. And we have seen comebacks, but so far, this is going to be interesting because Yoshi has no power play. Pikachu's got it. Let's see when he uses it too. But go ahead, Lons. Your thoughts on entering Game 5 as Yoshi's stole momentum.
Well, yeah, it also probably didn't help that it was 15 cards to 5. We've all seen how that could sometimes change the point because Yoshi had the momentum, and then you drop it down. You know, sometimes you could keep that momentum with the bot seemingly waking up now and after Game 3. So we'll have to see if it evens out, or hey, do we get the old W word? Good old whiplash.
Yeah, listen. How many times have we said that word and it can just flip around? It's 3-3 and we're going to a Game 7 in a heartbeat. So we'll see how this goes. But so far, so good for Yoshi. We'll see if Pikachu can run it into a clean win here. We'll find out.
It'll be interesting to see what he picks from the start.
All right, Yoshi. Big chance to close it out. You can't do 5, 15, or 12 free border wise. What are we going to go with? I'm going to be interested in this one, Lamas. Going to go with the 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
this should tell a lot. This should tell a lot.
We're going to start
Oh,
it off
look,
with the
another
9 for
yellow.
now. Yeah,
Sudden
yeah.
death.
Cost is
Go.
9. The old Mr. Krabs card, as I call it, the dream. We'll see him tomorrow. Yeah. Now Yoshi, with this advantage, but without the power play, he can play this one interestingly. He can go aggressive. He can cut some off the chain. He's got a lot of options here. There's no doubt.
Yeah, we'll
Pikachu
see if
obviously-
they actually stick on yellow this time. Or what color are we going to this time?
Now it'll be advantageous, ironically, if you're Yoshi to start playing that one at a time, because then you can feel more, as we go into the Pikachu card, you can feel more likely to get a baited power play out of Pikachu and really make this game equal. Even if you lose it, if you can bait that power play out, that would be interesting. Yoshi's going to draw. And Pikachu, how many times have we seen cross double numbers? It's ridiculous with his bot sometimes. Lamas, there's the switching. Gonna go for it right away. So now it's Pikachu making that switch instead of Yoshi. Interesting.
I feel like we've seen this before.
We have seen this before. Here comes Pikachu now. Run down into Piers. It's just really flowing. At this point, you gotta say Lamas are both flowing as we go into a new color in the blue. Is that risky? Let's see. Oh my goodness! Another pick your color game is over.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Is he gonna have to quote this? Is he gonna have to quote this as a catchphrase?
Trademark that. We'll see.
Yellow again.
Oh, Lamas, more royalties, Lamas, more royalties, buddy. Are you kidding me? Are
Is
you
this what happens when I
serious?
come out of? Is this what happens when I come out of retirement?
I
you
got
go,
nothing
he's
for that.
got
I
it.
got plan A. Nothing you
Whiplash?
could do. You know, you would say Whiplash, but looking at this ammo, it's weird, right? Because the Wilds and +4s are pretty equal. Yoshi's had more +2s, but Pikachu's had more skips. It's kind of a weird game where I couldn't have won that. Yeah, no, I don't think you could have. It was just really a couple turns and good night. I don't got anything for a nobody there. That was just a classic plan A short, pretty much.
Nothing more to say.
I just had to win on every. He would have won a turn early. What? Could he? I'm trying to think about that. Could you have won a turn earlier? No. Could you?
Meaning one.
Pez, what are you talking about? No. No, you had to get rid of the. I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess if he I guess if he
No.
No.
No, Pez didn't see it was red. He didn't see it.
Yeah,
I sometimes I miss on my commentary, but I would have called it out if he could have won a turn earlier. I was gonna say there's no way. He had to get rid of the 4. Yeah, it's just been one of those the 2 wins he's gotten have been plan A and insane flexing. So we'll see if he trademarks it for a game 7 here. But well, now the question, Lamas, is here we go. We're gonna get right into it. What was he gonna do? That's not too bad of a whiplash though, because 9 to 14 is better than 5 to 15 as we go into the Mihael 8. Now it's interesting because now he's got the power play, right? And he has a chance to another yellow. How many yellow starts have we had? And how many times have we had a yellow?
It's been a yellow start every time.
then we switch it up, right? Into the J money. But now the question, Lamas, is now you have to start thinking about that power play because you have 2 options. 1, really put the pressure on users here and get an equal game 7, or 2, save it, and you got that power play in game 7. That would be risky business. Let's see what Yoshi's going to do to attack as he'll go for a double.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with the the amount of power plays we've seen, like you see over there in D2 land for these type of scenarios, but over here you got to be ready for them. This is the moment to definitely put that in your forefront as they continue on.
Oh
Here we
my
go,
God,
back
more
to yellow.
more royalties, buddy.
All right, I'm gonna go to McDonald's for lunch.
Well, let's see what Pikachu does here. This yellow is interesting because
with all the royalties, you could probably afford better than McDonald's, man.
Yeah.
Asgard in that pantry. Here's a double play. We'll see what it's going to be right here, Lamas, though. I got to say, both guys attacking. Pikachu saved the +2, and he's going to switch it. That's exactly what he needs, I think, because Yoshi had the yellow wild. Let's see if it was something to keep in mind. 2-7 combo.
We've seen that red 2 card a lot, literally. Yeah. Red's going to get some royalties on that card, too.
Yeah, he'll get a lot of that. It's right in your face, right? Direct in your face. Into the Logan 3, down to the Ghost 1, both running it clean now. Into the Fast and Furious style they like. Yoshi again, up 3-2. Pikachu, though, trying to retain momentum. If he can get this win, somehow can say the power play. Look out. Let's see. What's it going to be here from Yoshi? He's taking his time here, Lamas. I think he's got to take his time because you look at the way this game is going, the way the series is going. As I know, he's going to the my card now, into the blue wild. What will Pikachu have in return? He's got it. Okay.
I
What a
think if that's
wild
setting something up, maybe.
5-3-4 off the center on the straight there, but keeping it clean. What's Yoshi gonna do here on this blue wild?
Or have that power play pre-typed possibility. This could have set something up.
Remember, Yoshi doesn't got anything. It's gonna be really just what does Pikachu do on defense? No, he's gonna go into what? Oh, went back
Hey,
to blue.
Call his bluff?
Hello.
Rejected. He says rejected. Well, Matumbo style. Okay.
But
All right. What is Yoshi having to save? What is he having to save? What does he got in that locker? I don't know about that one, man. That's an
you saw it in
interesting
my
one.
game. I faded to a green 1, and that was the only one just to get rid of it. Could Yoshi
That's
switch
game.
it right back?
Oh my
That's game.
god.
Reject the back, and that's not even rejection. There's nothing you can do on that. It didn't. No, nothing you can do that. There's nothing you can do in that. No, you can't. You can't do it. Game's over. What? Okay. Well, we talked about it. You know, it was a game of just switching, and
You're welcome, Yoshi. I am the goat. You're
I gotta.
right.
Let me go to Yoshi. Yoshi, big win there, buddy. You took care of business today. Got that hundo. We'll get this. I think our Cody Smart will take care of that post. Talk to me about how your wild usage was the key to winning that series, because you used both of them in a cleaner light, and you got the win. Really using that wild usage, like the KT Lambus combo, and really put Pikachu off his game. Pikachu, you had a little bit of momentum going for you in those 2 flex wins, but was that just a case of too many numbers and not enough potential? Yeah, too many numbers, not enough. Not enough where to go. That's all I got to say, Lums. Too many numbers, not enough time to do anything special. We've all been there.
Especially in the games with like this type of pace. Sometimes you can't. You just need that like one little draw or one little thing, and then but when you're pushing the pace and going like this, you really just can't have a chance to get that one little card you need.
Yeah, we'll see what Pikachu, your thoughts on your first series in D1, buddy? Feel free to leave your thoughts. Usually I don't go aggressive like that with those wild, but with the +4 in the back, had to test it. Try something. You had the lead too. So
Also, look at that hand. Like, look at that hand. Like, we've seen two numbers, two numbers. You know, it's always the way it is with these days. You got to adjust with it because you got to be prepared to always have multiple numbers across the board.
Yeah, it's just poker short. And when you have a hand like that, unless you know how to play that style of poker, and dwindle it down, it's not easy to win. You can light switch all you want, but sometimes it's just the envy of the switch. Good read from Yoshi to try some unconventional wilds too. Go ahead.
Yeah, seemed inevitable, honestly.
I was trying to use wilds in an unconventional way to throw them off. Yeah. Well, sometimes that's what you got. Whatever game plan that the other opponent might have, you got to throw them off. That's the beauty of this league. Everyone's going to have a plan A, but what happens on plan B to D is just as important. So far, Lamas, we talked about this this light switching meta. Hold on. They definitely feel like whoever had more than ones. It could have been 3-3 if I used the power play, but I chanced it twice. So it's a good old hindsight moment. We talk about that a lot. Sometimes you damn if you do, damn if you don't. You don't think about that in game 1, but using it early there from Yoshi did flip a little momentum. We'll see what they say in the quote, but we'll see what Pikachu said in the quote as well. Lamas, your final thoughts on this game before we get to the schedule? So far, it's looking to be interesting at the top here. We got 3 games in. Obviously, your game didn't matter because we had no rookie, but 2-0 for the veterans per se over the rookies. That's something to keep in mind.
Yeah. Also, it definitely seems like some opponents are choosing the low method. What is it? The captain method. You know.
Ooh, okay.
So I believe my game we saw 5 and 6. This game we saw
got a 5 in it.
5. So
just a 5, yeah.
Maybe we got a group of people who like to test their luck a lot more these days.
Yeah, Cap might have started the trend. I don't know. We'll see. Cap is just a master of that. He's so good.
Gotta do it right, and it's we got a lot of catch up to do to captain, but it's definitely something to take note of.
5 self-draws the entire series, yeah. And sometimes when you have less self-draws, normally that equals good, but if you look at the stats, it was pretty much an equal game in terms of cards played. But ultimately, with the color switches being at a combined 40-20 apiece, it's pretty even. It was two-directional in each direction, but ultimately, Yoshi found a way to get it done. Yoshi, your thoughts real quick before your thoughts on playing maybe Nick or, well, it could have been in real life match if J Money wins, but probably ain't gonna happen. But your thoughts on just on playing either one of those two before we sign off, and we'll go to the your final thoughts. So I forgot you. Go ahead, man. Your final thoughts. Tell me the schedule.
Yeah, like I said, the inevitability at the end there, but yeah, this is it's interesting. You saw some plan A, you saw a little bit of strategy. It didn't go too much deeper than a plan B at best, but I mean, you take those and you roll with them, move on. You know, if you have that, if you're in that position, you can't always know that that's gonna work for you every day, and I think Yoshi knows that well from his experience. So he's gonna take this and he's gonna be sure he's ready to face either face a tough opponent, whoever it is in the next round. Either Nick, who probably knows just from being in this league, and also the tournament, the T1 winner last year, or J Money, who he also saw in D2. So it could be a Yoshi v Rookie round 2 in a row if that happens. But we'll ultimately see what happens coming up tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna go into the schedule here and got the updated. Where are we going to go first? Schedule or bracket?
I got the bracket now.
All right, bracket. Here's the updated bracket. Yoshi, if he does get that J Money upset, then he'll be at home. If not, Nick will take the home and we'll go to a 2-7 line. Of course, the big one tonight will be Lara Ellison. We'll see how Ellison tries to rebound. He's had a torturous couple tournaments, including the Cup. We'll see what he does there. And, of course, Clay Hockey. We don't have an answer on that. We may not have an answer for a while. So we'll keep you updated as the round progresses if we get an answer on that one. Into the schedule, as I said, 3 games down, 2 more to go. And hold on, someone just said something. Let me that Yoshi's quote.
Yeah,
I'll get that. I'll get that later. Hold on.
Well, yeah. His response.
We'll get the schedule. We'll get the schedule.
That's not a formal quote, but
I got you. Yeah, he'll write something long. But we go to those 3 games. We started it off today in the morning with the 9:30 pregame, and then we started with Cap and Luke. Cap taking care of business 4-0, and of course Lamas getting the win there 4-2. Back-to-back 4-2s as Yoshi takes care of Pikachu and makes it 3-0 for the home squad and 0-2 for the rookies. No rookie game. It's going to be Yepes Jenna coming up at 7:30. A little break here, a little siesta, and then we'll get back at it tonight at 7:30 and then 9 o'clock to finish it out with, of course, Ellison and Lara. And Short will take over for me. Don't know an exact time whenever we get done with that game. He'll take over the post-game live. And now let me just read off Yoshi. He says, playing Nick would be a classic. Not much else to say. We both have lots of respect for each other, and we play each other in our leagues in a good amount. But I can't underestimate Jay Money either. If he takes out Nick, he'll be ready to play me. I'll have to look at what his strategy is. He can get high and make it a run if everything aligns. And, well, Lamas, there we go. Gambling didn't pay off, so I guess not everyone can be captain, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
That's true. But for myself, Cody Lamas, Short, appreciate him for giving me all the graphics. Lamas for making the beautiful thumbnails. Zach with the cards. I'll be back here tonight, 9 o'clock. It'll be me and making his commentary debut. Steve LaPlante. That should be a hell of a time. Looking forward
Crack
to
show incoming.
In the booth will be a good one. We're going to
I'm
celebrate.
hiding my Sharpies.
Yes, sir.
Don't let him near your Sharpies.
Oh, boy.
He's a menace.
Yeah, whatever. He is a menace with that, but
we're using pencils in the booth, not Sharpies.
You got a pen? Pen will work, right? Pen will work.
Too close to Sharpies.
All right, well, maybe a paintbrush. We'll use a paintbrush. No, a feather. We're in Fairytale. Let's use a feather. Let's use a feather, just like the old days. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank you for staying. Thank you for watching Yoshi Pikachu. Stay tuned for some more action at 9 o'clock tonight. And we'll see you with your Pez and Jenna as well on non-stream. Let you know how that goes at 7:30. Until then, see you at 9 tonight. Have a good one. This has been a presentation of MRE Uno Division 1.